What's up guys, Adam here, aka Anti-Cena Guy, with your WWE Money in the Bank 2024 review. Great show folks, great show. It's getting up to the point now where you feel like you want to be a wrestling fan again. I'm glad this PG shit is out the window. Of course, the main thing which I want more than anything right now is for this year to fly by and WWE going to Netflix next year in January, where it will be rated R content. You know, that's what I want. But WWE is showing signs at the moment that things are changing. You know, with the thing with the love angle between Dominic and Liv Morgan, the White Six fucking busting up and Chad Cable. We've seen blood, we've seen bad language, we've seen a little bit of sexy content, so it's getting there. But anyway, this is about the pay-per-view. Money in the Bank, it was a smashing show, guys. The women stole the show, in my opinion. And I'll get to that in just a moment. Okay, we get introduced to Trish Stratus being the host, and what better way to kick off Money in the Bank than Trish Stratus, a well-deserving Hall of Famer and a beautiful, lovely, lovely Trish Stratus as the host. Now in the first match, Drew McIntyre defeated Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Cable, Jey Uso and LA Knight in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Great match everybody, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a spoiler and a little bit how I feel about this. In my opinion, the match of the night was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And after, when you compare this ladder match to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, you'll notice a difference straight away. I mean, I thought the women's Money in the Bank ladder match was 10 times more better than the guys' Money in the Bank ladder match. And that's my honest opinion, everybody. I mean, don't get me wrong, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was a great match. I mean, I'm happy that Drew McIntyre won, but in all fairness, even though I've been following WWE since I was 5 years old, there's a time where I've took like a little bit of a hiatus from WWE. And they're all newcomers now, we're all with fast new rising stars. I didn't know who Carmelo Hayes was, I didn't know who Andrade was, you know what I mean? I knew who Drew McIntyre was, I knew who Chad Cable was, I knew who Jey Uso was, I knew who LA Knight was. You know, so I was just kind of rooting for those guys because I knew them, I knew who they were. But I was happy Drew McIntyre won. I mean, the match itself was an awesome Money in the Bank ladder match. You know, there was plenty of bumps, you know, there were plenty of manoeuvres with the ladders, people taking hard-hitting bumps, you know, from the top of the ladder. And it was a very good, exciting match. And the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome, this is awesome." And agreed, it was awesome. I mean, there was even a scene, I think it was Chad Cable, if I believe correctly, he was swinging from the top of the Money in the Bank briefcase in the air, and he lands like with a thud on his stomach. You know, I thought we was going to see like a little bit of a rehash from when Jeff Hardy took a spear from Edge from the top ladder, you know, at WrestleMania, but no, that didn't happen. We'll never see moments like that again. But no complaints from this match, everybody. Like I said, I'm happy Drew McIntyre won. And I wouldn't have minded if Jey Uso would have won because he's a rising star, you know. And LA Knight, I had a little feeling that I thought he was going to win, LA Knight, because they're starting to push him a lot more lately. I didn't know too much about the other guys, but they made believers out of me with all the efforts that they put into this match. So kudos to this match, great one. Second match, Sami Zayn defeated Braun Breaker to retain the Intercontinental title. Now this match, I've got no complaints about it, but I'm thinking to myself, after when you compare this match to all the other matches on the card, I mean this was like the least best one. Again, I'm not putting anything away from Sami Zayn, not putting anything away from Braun. You know, to tell you the truth, the promo for this match excited me more than the actual match itself. You know, Braun Breaker will be a future champion, I believe. You know, everyone keeps on mocking him, saying he's the next Goldberg, or the way he moves, you know, with the tattoo, and, you know, the way he wrestles and all that kind of thing. But Sami Zayn, in my opinion, is doing a good job as the Intercontinental Champion. You know, I didn't want him to beat Gunther, you know, but he's still a worthy Intercontinental Champion, and I know I made fun of him in some of my last reviews, saying I don't care for Sami Zayn, I don't care for Kevin Owens, but lately they've been making believers out of me, so this match was fine, a nice little Intercontinental title match. It was a fine match, but it wasn't brilliant, and it didn't suck either. It was just there, and it was an okay match. No complaints there. Okay. And also what I want to mention is John Cena, but I'll get to that later on at the end of this review. Now this one, Damian Priest defeated Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Now, at first it's Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. They made like this bit of a deal where if Seth Rollins loses, he won't challenge for the world title again as long as Damian Priest is the champion. But also, if Seth Rollins would have won, then Damian Priest would have had to leave the Judgment Day. Now, this match started off pretty well. I mean, I swear there was a fucked up moment in this match with the referee. Because Seth Rollins pinned Damian Priest, and then the ref went 1, 2, and I swear he could have put a free count, but he stopped on purpose, and he went, no, because sooner or later Drew McIntyre's music hit, and I think they timed it all wrong, so there was like a little bit of a fuck up there. And that's when Drew McIntyre came out, he cashed in Money in the Bank, and then the match turned into a triple threat. And then at the end of the match, Drew McIntyre got pinned by Damian Priest because CM Punk interfered and cost Drew McIntyre the match. Now, I know what everyone was thinking. Everyone was thinking that AJ Lee was going to return tonight and it was going to be her to screw Drew McIntyre. And if that would have happened, that would have been icing on the cake, you know. You know, if AJ Lee would have returned tonight, the place would have exploded and it would have been a shocker. But I can understand why they didn't do it. It was because of Cena's announcement. I mean, no one expected John Cena to appear tonight either. And I'll talk about him at the end of the review about his announcement and how I feel about it. But, yeah, I can understand why they didn't want to put too many shockers in all in one night. So, if AJ Lee would have returned, it would have been beautiful, but that didn't happen. It was just a standard beatdown by CM Punk, costing Drew McIntyre. And this is obviously going to set up their match for SummerSlam, basically. So you never know, AJ Lee might return at SummerSlam and help CM Punk win. Who knows? We'll never know. But like I say, apart from that fucked up moment with the referee, the match itself was fine. Now, match of the night. Tiffany Stratton defeated Chelsea Green, Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria and Zoe Stark. What an amazing fucking match this was. I mean, like I say, I'm not very familiar with these women. They're all newcomers. You know, I go back into the day, you know, where I knew the likes of Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus, Lita, Stacey Keibler, Victoria, and all those other women. You know, Gal Kim, etc. The Bella Twins. I'm familiar with all of those. But these are all new coming stars, and I can understand why they're in a main event like the ladder match. Because when they made their entrances, I was like, I don't know who this woman is. I don't know who this woman is, you know. And then when they got to that part where there was that one woman where she's making out she's afraid of heights and she was trying to jump in the ring, I was like, oh no. I was like, don't ruin this match, please. But I was gobsmacked. Every woman took a hard-hitting bump in this, especially off the ladder. There was a moment where one of the women fell from the top of the ladder and went through 2 tables. And who could have forget that move with Io Sky? I mean, she powerbombed her opponent off a ladder, and you could feel it. You could feel the pain that she was in, you know. And all the women in this match did a fantastic job of trying to make this match look real. It looked really painful, and every woman deserved 2 thumbs up for this. I know Tiffany Stratton is the Miss Money in the Bank, but in my opinion, every woman in this match deserved an award for matches like this. I mean, even Michael Cole was looking away, couldn't believe what he saw. I mean, for women to put themselves through what they did. I mean, I've said it from time and time again, guys. The women work just as hard as the guys do. It's nice seeing their asses and all that kind of thing, but they're great athletes, and I can understand. And I'm glad WWE are really pushing the women, you know, up to the greater heights like they do with the guys these days. Don't get me wrong, I miss the bra and panties matches, I miss the bikini contests, and I wish all that would come back. It'd be nice if they could do that with what they're doing with the women now also, but who knows. Fingers crossed in fucking Netflix, they'll bring all that shit back, but kudos to the women in this. It was absolutely fantastic. And in the main event, the Bloodline defeated Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I kind of I got this prediction right. I had a feeling the Bloodline was going to win this, because it would have made sense if Cody Rhodes, his team, got the victory in this. Simply because, you know, we need to set up matches for SummerSlam. And if, like, one of the members got a pinfall over Cody Rhodes, it means he's worthy of, like, a WWE title match. And that's exactly what happened, you know. So that sets up the match for SummerSlam. But this match itself was great also. I mean, Cody Rhodes was the one that got pinned. I was really grabbed with the efforts with Jacob Fatu. You know, this was like his debut pay-per-view match, and he did a fantastic job, you know, with his kicks. And of course, people are feeling sorry for Kevin Owens a little bit because his mother's currently in hospital, you know. But overall, fantastic main event. You know, I mean, like I say, I was impressed with every single match of the card tonight. Like I said, the Sami Zayn and the Bron Breakker match was like okay. It wasn't like a fantastic match. In my opinion, they could have boosted that up a bit by using weapons and other kinds of things like that. But to tell the truth, I was more impressed with Bron Breakker, because for a guy his size, he was doing flips off the top ropes and off the turnbuckles and doing all these unique power slams. You know, for a guy his size to do all that was pretty impressive. But like I say, the men's Money in the Bank match was great. The Damian Priest Seth Rollins match was a bit fucked up because of the ref's slow count, and he could have counted 3 but refused to, and his shoulders were clearly on the floor, but they timed that wrong, so that was like a little bit of a fuck up. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match was the match of the night in my opinion, and the Bloodline match against Rhodes, Owens and Orton was a great main event. Now let's get to John Cena. Trish Stratus announces that John Cena's there. John Cena comes out and he announces that he's going to retire next year. Okay. John Cena, in my opinion, has got nothing left to prove. You know, he's 16-time world champion, blah, 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 blah. He says he's going to be at the Royal Rumble, but it'll be his last. He says he's going to be at Chamber, but it's going to be his last. And he says WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas is going to be his final WrestleMania. That leaves a question about who is he actually going to face at WrestleMania. In my opinion, it should be Randy Orton. But there's other people who I'd like to see Cena face before he hangs up the boots. I mean, I'd love to see him have a match with Gunther. You know, that's a possibility. And speaking of Gunther, since he won King of the Ring, he'll be facing Damian Priest at SummerSlam for the world title also. So that'll be interesting to see. But John Cena announces that he's retiring next year. In 2025, but he wants to be part of Raw when it goes to Netflix, and he's going to take place at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view and the Chamber pay-per-view and of course WrestleMania. He didn't exactly state what date he was going to actually retire at, so hopefully he might carry on after WrestleMania for a little bit longer, but who knows. But 2025 is going to be his final year as an in-ring competitor, you know. So overall, everybody, Money in the Bank, great pay-per-view. I keep saying it, I'm blown away by the women's match, because that was a frigging awesome match. I was watching it with my buddies, and even they agree that it was a fantastic match. How the women put their bodies on the line in that match was unbelievable. I really do recommend this one for those of you who haven't seen it already. I'm just sorry this pay-per-view review is a little bit late. I know it took place a few days ago, but you know, I could only watch it on Sunday. That was the only time I had time to watch it on the network, and I'm reviewing it now I've come home from work. So that's my review, everybody. So impressed so far what WWE are doing. Please like, rate and comment this, everybody, and if you've got any questions. And again, if you've got any pay-per-views you want me to review, leave them in the comment section below, and make sure they get plenty of thumbs up. That way you'll get a shout out and your pay-per-view might get reviewed. So who knows? But that's Money in the Bank. Great pay-per-view. The only things I could... there goes the fucking ice cream shop. Shut up! fucking ice cream truck outside. So yeah, that little bit of a fuck up with the Damien Priest match could have been avoided, and it would have been nice on the cake if we would have saw AJ Lee, you know, but can't have everything. Peace out, fuckers, have a great day, and again, leave a comment. Peace out.